Yeah, guys. So again, as I told you in the yesterday's class that we will be doing numericals today. We will start off again. By chance, numerical is not cancelled. According to the old syllabus, it is there. According to last year's syllabus, it is not there. If it is not cancelled, then all these things are important. If it is cancelled, obviously, the first two parts, whatever yesterday we solved, yesterday and the day before yesterday, that's the most important thing. Fine. So the first question only goes like this. Whatever I'm solving now, this question will 100% come if the numerical is 100%. Now, I mean, what are you supposed to calculate? You're supposed to calculate G. That's the question. Now, when should you calculate? At a depth of 8 kilometers is the first sub question. Second sub question is at an altitude of 32 kilometers from the surface. From the surface. They're also giving us a value. They're like, the value of G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Now, don't get confused. People think the value of G is given to us. What am I supposed to find? They ask, I'm supposed to find GD as well as GH. Okay. Simple. For the first one, I'm supposed to find GD. GD is given by G into what did we learn when deriving it? We got the answer as 1 minus D D divided by RE. What is not given to us is the value of RE. Everything else is given to us. Please remember this. The value of RE is nothing but 6,400 kilometers. Very important. Fine. I'll continue with this. So keep the GD as it is. Instead of writing G, we write 9.8. But the problem here is 9.8 is in terms of meters. It is my duty to convert each and everything in terms of meters. So it becomes 1 minus 8 into 10 to the power 3 because kilo. And RE is 6,400 into 10 to the power 3 again because again kilo. 10 power 3, 10 power 3 gets cancelled here. 8 times 1, 8 times 8, 00. 1 minus 1 by 800 is the answer. So if you do the math here, so it'll be 9.8 into 800 is the LCM. 800 minus 1 it will be, which is nothing but 799 divided by 800. Fine. After this point of time, please use a calculator. 799 divided by 800, the answer is 0.99 into 9.8. So the final answer after using a calculator is nothing but 9.78 meter per second square. Okay, this is what I'm getting for the first one. Very important question this is. Second one, I'm supposed to find at an altitude of 32. Altitude meaning height. I'm supposed to use GH formula. Very similar formula, but I told a small change will be GH is equal to G into 1 minus, instead of writing D, we write 2H divided by RE. That's the only change. Fine. We know the value of RE, which is nothing but 6,400 kilometers. Please make a note of this and then start off. GH will be equal to 9.8 as it is. 1 minus 2 into height in this case was 32. Copy the same thing as it is. 2 times 32 gives you 64. 64 into 10 power 3 I'll write here and here. It is important for me to show because the value of G is given to me as 9.8 meter per second square. Meters and kilometers, the conversion has to be shown or else you guys will cut marks. 10 power 3, 10 power 3 gets cancelled. 2 into 32 is 64. 1 time 100. So GH will be equal to, keep the 9.8 as it is. Take the LCM as 100. 100 minus 1 is 99. This is the calculation. Please use a calculator at this point of time. 99 divided by 100 into 9.8. So if you see, the answer is 9.702 meter per second square. That's it. Most important question. If a numerical is asked, only this will be asked. Only this. Fine. Apart from this, what else can be asked? Nothing else will be asked if the numerical is asked. Now, but that being told, this is the 5-marker numerical. There can be 2 or 3-marker numerical also being asked. 2 or 3-marker numerical is what is there in your syllabus. Fine. They'll be like, they might ask you a question based on the moon and all those. Usually they won't ask, but the possibility is also there. Fine. We'll solve one more question similar to this. But focus most on that question itself, that 32 and whatever is all right now. Next question, the second one. Hardly there are 3 to 4 questions in this. Everything is important. So the second question goes like this. The acceleration due to gravity at a depth D You got to understand the question properly. But because the number of formulas which we are learning in terms of numerical wise is actually less. Okay. Depth D reduces to 25%. There's a difference between reduces by 25% and reduces to 25%. Okay. From the value at the surface. From the value at the surface. Okay. Calculate. Calculate value of D. Value of D if radius is 6400 kilometers. Okay. Simple, man. I'm supposed to find G at depth D, which means GD is question mark. Fine. But there's a condition given to us. You got to be careful there. What's the condition? The G value at depth D reduces to 25% of its initial value. This is very important. Okay. In simple language, they're telling, let's assume the actual value is G. Okay. 25% meaning 25 by 100 of G will be equal to GD. I'll repeat this concept again. G at depth meaning GD reduces to 25% meaning 25, I write percentage meaning by 100 into what? Compared to the value at the surface. At the surface, what's the value? G. So this is what is given to me. Thankfully, it can get cancelled. So the answer will be GD is equal to 1 by 4 into G. This does not keep on, and this does not belong to all the questions. It keeps on changing. Now, this is the value of GD given to me according to the question. Okay. According to me, I know a formula for GD. What is the formula which I know? GD is equal to G into 1 minus D by R. This is according to what I know. Fine. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll use this formula, but thankfully, I know the value of oh, look at one more thing I'll teach you. Use the formula, okay? Shift this G to the denominator. It becomes GD divided by G is equal to 1 minus D by R. Okay, 1 minus D by R. Now, the same thing you do with whatever we have. If I shift this if I shift this G to the denominator, it becomes GD by G is equal to 1 by 4. In a simple language, I know the answer for my left-hand side right now. I'll repeat it. Okay, I think too many lines are put off. 1 minute, wait. So the question said 25% of the initial value. Initial value, I assumed it to be G here. Okay. 25% meaning 25 percent meaning by 100. Done. Cancelled. I got the answer. I shift all the G's to one side. So it became GD by G equals 1 by 4. Done. This is the formula. According to the formula, I write it. I realized in this case also, I'll push all the GD to one side. I got the answer as GD by G is equal to 1 minus D by R. First of all, I'm supposed to find the depth. Depth in the sense D I'm supposed to find. Left hand side right now I know the value 1 by 4. How? According to the condition given to me. I write 1 by 4 as it is. Open brackets here because not required. 1 minus D by, instead of writing R, I can write it as 6,400 kilometers. Correct? Where is it? Yeah. 6,400 kilometers I write here. 6400. Now think what can be done. This whole thing has a minus next to it. So shift it to the other side. Shift the 1 by 4 to the right hand side. So once the minus gets shifted, it becomes D by 6,400 kilometers is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4. Okay. So D is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4. The answer is 3 by 4 into the 6,400 goes that side. Okay. I did the math. The answer was 3 by 4. 6,400 got shifted there. 4 times 1, 4 times 6 fours are 24. Use the calculator. So 1600 times 3 gives you 4,800 kilometers is the depth of it. Useless people, nobody will go to so much depth and all. They'll bloody die. Okay. But conceptually, this question is possible. Reality, I don't think so. I'll repeat this. The word is very important. By chance, the question says reduces by 25%, then it will be 75 by 100. Okay. Reduces to meaning it is becoming 25. Reduces by meaning 100 minus 25. What's the answer? 75%. So 75% meaning 75 by 100. Remember that. So if it is 2, it remains as it is. If it is by, it becomes minus 100 minus whatever number. Very careful that you got to be there. Okay. Bring all the G's to one side. There are two conditions basically. One is the right hand side where everything is belongs to the question. The other one is the left hand side where the formula. And this is the, I mean, why apply the formula? Regular math. What not to get confused here is if you shift all the g's to one side, you're gonna get some answer in terms of fraction. Use the fraction. Left hand side gets the answer as 1 by 4 minus 1 by d by 6,400. Shift all the numbers to one side, let us to one more side, you get the answer. Simple. Okay, d is equal to 4,800 kilometers. Next. Um, okay, similar question only. There's no types and all in this. Okay, types and all is very, very, very rarely asked. Usually not asked. Fine. So I don't think so. They've asked it. They've asked at least once. Like all these things are basically this kind of question itself. At radius that, at radius this, and all those things. Anyways, that being told, I found one. They're asking. Okay, they're telling the masses of Earth and Moon. Okay, are some values given. And don't get confused when you guys come across this kind of questions. These questions will be 100% easy. Just use the calculator properly. Okay. People looking at the word mass of Earth and Sun only, they'll bloody, they get scared. It's just that just use the calculator, you'll be able to get the answer within like few seconds itself. I'll show you how. Wait. It's given respectively. Okay. Oh, nobody cares. Next. Separation. Separation between them. Separation between them is basically distance between them. 3.82 into 10 to the power 8 meters. Full stop. They're asking me what is the gravitational potential energy. That's the question. Gravitational potential energy we derived yesterday. U is equal to minus GMM divided by R, not R square by R. Now, minus as it is. Okay. Value of G is given to us. Even if it is not given, please make sure you guys remember this value. 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. Remember this. It's a constant. So copy paste that. 6.67 into 10 power minus 11. One mass. Two masses are there. That's why I told you copy paste both the masses because both are important. So you copy paste 5.98 as it is. 5.98 into 10 power 24 into 7.36 into 10 power 22. Whole thing divided by 3.82 into 10 power 8. Do not touch the calculator until you guys solve the 10 powers. Careful. 10 power 24, 10 power minus, okay, one second, wait. 10 power minus 11, 10 power 22. The answer is 10 power 11. 10 power 11 and 10 power 24. The answer is 10 power 35. 10 power 35 is there on top right now. Okay. That's the answer after solving all the 10 parts on the numerator. 10 power 8 goes on top, becomes 10 power 35 minus 8. 35 minus 8, what's the answer? 27. So into 10 power 27, write this first. First, write this. Now, whatever remaining numbers are there, one second. Whatever remaining numbers are there, now use a calculator. So 6.67 is there into 5.98 is there into 7.36 equals 290, whatever. Whole thing divided by 3.82. Use a calci. You'll be getting the answer as 76.84 into 10 to the power 27. Careful, minus has to be there because the minus remained. And it is gravitational potential energy. Energy is always in joules. This is the answer. Got it? That's all. Next. This is one different type of question. Usually won't ask, not asked, but by chance they ask, you use this. Okay, usually not asked. Next, again, one depth and height question is given. It's boring it is, but still we'll finish it off. I'll give the data directly. You're supposed to find GH and GD. Okay. Value of G is given to us as 9.8 meter per second square. This is given to us. Height, I think, is given to us. Depth is given. Depth is 100 kilometers. Okay. Height is, everything is given to us. Height is nothing but altitude. Remember that also. 200. Okay. That's it. So to find GH, we'll write GH equal to G into 1 minus height means 2H. That's the formula divided by R. RE is not given. It's fine. 6,400 kilometers. You got to remember that. Kilometer. So make sure you guys show the conversion. Important. G is 9.8. Open bracket. 1 minus 2 into 200 gives me 400. Kilometers nothing but 10 power 3. I'm showing that conversion. R is 6400 into 10 power 3. Showing this also. What can get cancelled? It's cancelled. Two zeros gets cancelled. 4 times 1, 4 times 1, 6. The 1 minus 1 by 16. 9.8 into 15 by 16 will be the LCM. I mean, answer 15 by 16 equals whatever into 9.8. Please use your calcs. Okay, 15 by 16. This answer will be 9.187. Okay, meter per second square. If you do not show the conversion here, you won't be able to get the answer in terms of meters. That's the answer. And if you see, they are very close. It's always in terms of nines only. You won't go to 8 and all. Fine. Got to be careful. If you get off the answer as 7 point something and all, cross check once. The difference should not be so much. Next is GD. GD is equal to G into 1 minus D by R. I'm just trying to stress on the same thing again and again. Please show the conversion. Depth is 100 kilometers, 10 power 3. Please show that. Radius 6400 into 10 power 3. What is 000? 64 is the LCM. 64 minus 1 is 63. 9.8 into 63 by 64. Use your calci. 63 divided by 64 into 9.8. 9.64 meter per second square. That's all. Okay. Nothing else apart from this will be given. This is the maximum which can be asked. Apart from this, nothing else will be given. Fine. But practice these only many times. Fine. Along with this, I'll send the PDF of the chapter also. Whatever, just go through the chapter once. Everything has been covered. It's just that you go through this one markers and two markers and what was small thing which I left out. And once I send, okay, the last part of the chapter talks about satellites little. Focus on that little. Spend 10 minutes on that. What is the meaning of one type of satellite? Those one mark kind of questions are important. So the last type, see, derivations, everything is completed. Usually the satellite won't be asked. By chance it is asked. I'm just trying to tell you. Fine. Just spend 10 minutes in going through the PDF. Everything is covered. Kepler's law is left. I know what to do with that. I'll tell you. Okay. Until that gets confirmed. It's there. Fine. Practice these questions again and again. I just hope you guys remember all these small mistakes, what not to do. Conversion has to be shown. Answer has to be presented in terms of meter per second square. Cross check your answer. It should be very close to 9.8. It should not be way off. You should not get the answer in terms of 8 and all. No. See, till now we solved so many questions based on depth and height. Everything is revolving around 9 nines only. Okay. And once you show the LCM, please don't solve it using your regular division method. Always use a calculator and usually write up to three places for safety. Two also they'll give you marks, but for safety, 3 places is recommended. Okay. Practice this. I'll see you in the next class.